Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. At the 20. Crosses the 10. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia.
Unbelievable way to start this playoff game for this offense. First touch of the football, you get a hat-on-a-hat up front, and you can see the speed in that backfield for a big touchdown to get things started.
Extra point try coming now. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
Great accuracy here by the quarterback, hitting his receiver in stride on that slant, and it gave him a chance to pick up some yards after the catch.
So quickly, all the way up to the 36, and it's first down. Here comes a handoff. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a second down and 7.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Handoff to the back. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looks to the left, and it's complete. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or they're going to settle out and bring the pressure.
Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And they pick up the first out of the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Quick throw, the catch is made. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now. Great job of the defense pushing him back on first down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Now the screen doesn't produce a first down. Good work by the defense. Now it's fourth down.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up fourth down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker.
And the Nittany Lions will come to the line here looking to convert on fourth down. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Lets it go quickly. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Penn State. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Look at this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but a little early nerves on the part of that receiver.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. A crucial 8-yard gain sets up a makeable 3rd and 2. The Dogs will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Can he make it to the marker? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Receiver makes the catch. Looks like Georgia will have the first down. Drive stays alive with that first down completion. Looking to pass. It's Anthony. Pressure is coming. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Makes the catch downfield. Finally brought down, but the game moves it to the 44.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy,
What a great job of playing assignment football here against the option by this defense. Every aspect of that play was taken away. The quarterback got into desperation mode and loses yards. Now they're behind the sticks.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the shotgun, drops back. Looking for a deep completion. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. You get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Opening play at the right, quick throw to the left. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. The 10. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And they tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. It's a shotgun run call. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Dropping back, it's Anthony. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. That picks up a first down, spotted at the 39. The Bulldogs looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Same tailback, another carry. A quick juke. Some hard running there through a tackle.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Tackle, but first down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
First down and 10 now. And the runner takes off to his right. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back. That's unfair.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Using his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
They'll try to run for the first down. Finding space at the 20. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Running out of time in the pocket, and they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
After the incompletion, he'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Try and muscle for the first down. The Nittany Lions pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down on this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
That's the 2-minute warning here before halftime as the offense tries to cut into this lead. First down here for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's escaping the pocket now. And he just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Morris. Reception. That's about 7 yards, but 4th down coming up here. They'll change the pre-snap look now. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver, and the ball comes out that fast. It puts so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack in their game.
And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. That kind of execution. That's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And the point after is good. BAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their 1st timeout. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Back to throw. It's Anthony. Catch made on the left side. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a 1st down to the 42.
Another great play by this receiver. And I'll tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense want.
Cannot escape, and down he goes. The offense will take their 1st 10 out of the half. They talk strategy here.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. An explosive play. Big gain across midfield to the 42.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a 50-yard attempt. Let's see if he's got the leg. And that is no good. So in the 2nd quarter of play, this game remains tied. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Dogs will kick this away to get the 2nd half going. And he doesn't field it cleanly. The ball is loose. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Second down after that previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They'll look to throw it here on second down. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their first interception today. Going to set up third down.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, but I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now. Nittany Lions will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And he's swarmed by the pass rush. A sack to end this drive.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? Again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
They get him down, but that's a solid game. Dogs are in the red zone now. Same tailback, another carry. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? They'll hand it off. And the runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. That's a design quarterback keeper. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. They convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of touchdown, Georgia. That puts them on top in the second half. Looked like the defense thought they had him contained. Look at the blazing speed in that quarterback.
Great design run for this quarterback, and you know what kind of threat he is with that kind of speed. The defense just seemed to be out of position from the very beginning. I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar later on in this game.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Throw to the running back in the flat. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Grab behind the line. It's Morris. Breaks loose at the 45. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory. Tackled at the 45.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Getting set. Here's second down. And he drops back in the gun. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
Boy, nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
And the Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Boy, what an incredible push by this defensive line. And if you're going to survive in the SEC, the teams that really separate themselves are the teams that have great defensive linemen, especially in the interior. And Georgia has had an incredible legacy over the years, and it's nice to see that this player right here is trying to live up to that.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He cannot hold on to the ball. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the call here. 3rd down and long. You know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on 3rd down and long.
Trying for a 4th down completion. He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but is beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And it's caught. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Kurt, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and he reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That gain moves the ball out near the 25. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Takes the handoff again. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground.
Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. The pocket breaking down. Breaks free. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws this football, and it falls incomplete.
He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in the fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes, and he takes off and picks up a first down.
And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
First and goal, handoff. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Gets some blocks. Can he make it? All the way for a touchdown. That is an unforgettable moment for that kick returner. A touchdown in a playoff game.
Great blocking to set this return up, and of course you can see his natural instincts as a runner. Once he got through that initial surge from the coverage unit, nobody's going to stop him from scoring.
And the important PAT is up and good. We're tied in the fourth. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Here's the second down play. They'll run it from the gun. But only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Under pressure, hit as he throws. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. Not much on the return there, but the interception gives the football back to the offense at the 47.
Oh, Chris, you're in the fourth quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Caught quickly. Tackle made after the completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense moving closer to the line again after that catch. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Third down, out of the shotgun. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now fourth down.
It's a good job by the defense here on this third down. And now it's going to bring up a big fourth down play and a decision here for the head coach.
Fourth down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. Needs a completion here on fourth down. He's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. The result is a sack and a turnover on down.
Important second down play coming up. Hands off to the left. Fighting off the defender. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Now it's second down here. It's a run to the left. Second effort, their defense cannot stop him short of the marker.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. There's the handoff. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
An inside give now from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup.
Well, it all really comes down to this right now, Chris. You know, you're already in field goal range. You have a chance to maybe work a little bit closer. But let's face it, this defense, they're shooting those gaps. They're trying to come up with a loss of yardage, maybe trying to rip the ball out. Offense has to be incredibly smart with their play call and make sure you align that kicker where he's very comfortable potentially hitting this game-winning field goal.
And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. You missed it. Field goal, no good. Here in the final quarter, this game remains tied.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, at the very least 3 points, but instead he shanks it.
And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. How do you play this now? Do you call it conservative play and just wait for overtime, or try to make something happen and win in regulation? They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Empty backfield, offense spreading the field with 5 wide. First down, looking to throw the ball. And here comes a deep shot. Pass ball is incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Ball is incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball is just about to get to his receiver, and then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 42.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking for the wideout. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs. So here comes our first play of overtime. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there. And the Bulldogs' offense is on the field to begin overtime. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. To throw, it's Anthony. He's moving out of the pocket now. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. He'll hand it off. It's a touchdown as they jump on top here in overtime.
Wait, Chris, 1, 2, 3. This is his fourth rushing touchdown in this game alone. This guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
And now for the crucial extra point to push the lead to 7 in OT. PAT puts them in front by 7. So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. On first down, it's play action. Fires it to the wideout, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Short pass finds the tight end. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. And in an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that and just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
Ball handed off. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Snags the good throw. Brought down at the 3 after the completion. The offense really threatening now.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Here comes a crucial third down play. They have 2 plays to make this, needing a touchdown to stay in the game. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And now a decision. Do you kick the PAT or go for 2 and the win?
Well, this is one of the benefits of going second when you get into overtime. Now you know what you're facing. You put a touchdown on the board, you can either send it to another overtime if you kick an extra point, or potentially, hey, let's win the game and go for 2 right here.
How about this? A 2-point conversion now with the ball game on the line. Receiver makes the grab, and he's in there. They gamble and get it to win the game. What a call. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.